Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
And I'm Laurie.
Yesterday we were talking about a young woman who did something which for most people in Taiwan or Europe or Canada, the United States or Japan would think, so what? But becoming a tour agent, she was the first woman to be able to do this. And we described her situation growing up. She could not go to school, but she taught herself what she wanted to know. And later on the computer, she posted blogs about her country and Afghanistan. And one man in particular was very interested in, would you be my tour guide? Your country sounds beautiful. Because she didn't talk about the war. She wouldn't take him into danger. She took him to remote places far out in the countryside that are very beautiful, very peaceful, and she later was able to join a travel agency, and she served as a travel agent.
没错，所以呢，这边的话呢是继续来到我们第二天来看到 Fatima 她呢这个非常的这个厉害的一个这个过程啊。那么刚刚呢 Bruce 老师帮我们呢大概的复习了一下昨天我们所谈到的关于 Fatima 她如何自己学英文，然后呢这个她的 post 让这个foreigner 看到了，然后呢她成为了她的第一个这2020年成为阿富汗第一位女性的导游啊。那么今天呢我们还要再来看到更多关于 Fatima 她有趣的故事，所以我们赶快跟着 Bruce 老师一起来看看吧。
Okay, our first paragraph for today's lesson. Many of Fatima's friends and family members weren't pleased with her career choice. We mentioned yesterday that she could not go to school because in the countryside area where she grew up, people were very traditional, very religious, and a woman should be a wife and a mother, and that's all she ever needs to do. So even some of her friends and most of her family did not want her to be a tour guide.
所以我们来看到今天呢，它这个是昨天文章的继续啊，讲到说呢，许多的 Fatima 的朋友，还有她的这个家人的成员呢，并不喜欢这里的 weren't pleased with。pleased 的话是取悦啊，喜欢什么？那这里的话是并不喜欢，并不开心呢。他的一个 career 是职业 ，choice 是选择，所以他所选择的职业，他的家人跟很多的朋友其实都不喜欢。
Only 19% of women in Afghanistan work outside their homes. This means that 81% of Afghan, we can just use the word Afghan as an adjective, 81% of Afghan women stay at home. They are wives and mothers, and that's it.
所以呢，他这边讲到说呢，只有19%的这个阿富汗的女性呢，她们是 work outside their homes， 就是呢在家庭之外有工作。所以就像刚刚布什老师讲的，换言之，有81%的这个阿富汗的女性都是留在家里当妈妈当太太这样而已。
Her family, Fatima's family, worried that working as a tour guide was too dangerous.Well, there's something about that. We know that when we do travel to other countries, you could have problems. Even if Americans go to France, there could be problems in the trip. There could be accidents and so on and so on. If you stay at home, most people think, well, you're safe at home. It's better to stay at home.
所以呢，接下来这句他讲到说，而且他的家人呐，担心 that 后面这个子句什么事情呢？就是 working as a tour guide 这一件事情所以我们的 work 用 ing， 这个去做一名导游was too dangerous， 就是太危险了那至于怎么样的危险呢？我们后面会看到。
Fatima admits, she will tell you truthfully, honestly, that people, and this will mean other Afghan people, have called her names. They have insulted her.
Oh.
They have said bad things to her and about her.
所以呢，这个我们看到 Fatima 呢，她承认the people 是 that people 这个 that 后面的子句告诉我们，然后呢，这个事情什么事情呢 ？People 指的是那个 local 的这个阿富汗的人呢，他们呢有对他辱骂，这里的 call somebody names 就是对他辱骂，所以就是等于刚刚呢布鲁斯老师讲的这个 insult， 我们把它拼一下好吗
？INSULT, to insult someone, of course, is the verb. It's also a noun. He was very rude to her and used an insult when he talked to her, something like that. So it's a verb or a noun. All right, continuing. The same sentence, they insulted her and even thrown rocks at her. A rock is a big stone, and this unfortunately is done in some countries. When somebody does something you don't like, they will attack you by throwing things at you. And why would they do this? They don't want an independent woman. They want a woman who is a mother and a wife and no more.
所以呢，他们不只是 called her names 只是辱骂她而已呢，他们甚至还呢这个对他丢石头，所以你会 throw rocks at somebody 那个用 at， 那么指就是对那个人丢石头。那到底这样做是为什么呢 ？For 后面告诉我们原因，就是 being an independent woman， 所以因为她是一个独立的女性，她自己在外面有工作有收入，所以他们不喜欢，所以他们就辱骂她，而且对她丢石头。
Still, despite this, we could say DESPITE. DESPITE, 介词 despite this insulting and throwing of rocks, despite that, Fatima refuses to quit. She knows what she wants to do, and she's going to continue to do it.
所以呢，用刚刚这个布鲁斯老师讲的，尽管如此就算如此 ，despite that 尽管是这个样子呢，但是这个 Fatima 呢，她 refuse 是拒绝的意思 ，she refuses to quit 是放弃，所以她拒绝放弃。
She used the money that she earned to enter Herat University. So she was a working woman. She saved her money. And she could afford, she had enough money to enter as a Herat University. Herat is the city near where she lived.
所以呢，他就用呢他自己所赚来的钱，这里的 she earned 就是指你去赚取来的所以呢，他用他赚来的钱呢，去 enter 进入了这个赫拉特大学。
Okay, let's take a short break here and then find out about Fatima, the tour guide, Fatima, the student, and maybe something new. Okay, welcome back. Now let's continue talking about this remarkable Afghan woman. One of Fatima's favorite cities to show tourists is Herat. So Herat is the name of a city, and I looked this up because I'd heard of it before, but I didn't realize that it used to be a very important cultural city in the Middle East. It doesn't have so much of that anymore. One of the reasons is the war, but it is still a very attractive city with many things for tourists to enjoy.
所以呢，我们来看到这一段的第一句讲到说这个Fatima 呢，她最喜欢show tourists 是带着观光客去参观的城市之一呢，就是赫拉特那么所以刚刚布鲁斯老师有提到，他有稍微查了一下，赫拉特原来在中东是一个非常重要的文化的一个城市但是可惜因为战火的关系，所以现在呢，可能已经不再具有那样子的一个重要性，但是依然是一个很美的城市。
It of course is Herat. It is located near old trading paths. And here we can talk about the Silk Road. Actually, the Silk Road was not just one road. There were several of them from China into Europe and the Middle East. That's a trading path. That's where people traded goods, T-R-A-D-E, to trade, to exchange goods. Exchange, E-X-C-H-A-N-G-E. E-X-C-H-A-N-G-E. Oh, I like your jewelry. I'll give you 2 chickens for the piece of jewelry. We'll trade.
That's right, that's trade. 好，所以呢，这边呢，刚刚我们这个布鲁斯老师演练了非常生动的这个贸易，或者是我们讲交易哦，那或者他刚刚呢，讲的 exchange 这个字交换。都可以那所以呢，讲到说这个赫拉特 it 就是指这个赫拉特呢，它 is located 就是位于坐落于哪里呢？靠近一条非常古老的贸易的这个路径
And it was once a melting pot for ancient cultures. When we say melting pot, we're talking about a combination or gathering of different things into one place. The United States is a good example of a melting pot. Americans come from every country in the world, some much more than others, but it's a place where people can keep their traditions or learn new ones. It's a place for people who maybe want to change their lives or learn something new or feel safe or have more opportunities. That would be a melting pot for ancient cultures. This area was near Greece and Turkey and Persia. There were many cultures in this area. And Herat, because of its university and because it was a trading city, attracted many people from many different countries and cultures.
没错。所以呢，接下来这一句的后半呢，讲到说，它不只是靠近了一条古老的贸易的这个路径，而且它也一度是叫做 once a 一度是什么呢 ？a melting pot。刚刚呢，布鲁斯老师举了一个很好的例子，就是美国就是我们讲的大熔炉，叫 melting pot。那这里的话，它是怎么样的一个大熔炉呢？是一个从各地汇集到这里来的一些古老文化的大熔炉。所以这个是赫拉特它这个地方的非常具有特色的一边所以刚刚呢，布鲁老师也提到说，它这个汇集的这个文化可能有，因为它那个附近的地区包含有希腊，包含有土耳其，还有波斯，所以是很多文化的汇集的地方。
In the 12th century, and if I'm not mistaken, after Tang Cao was Sung.
You beat me.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure. A little bit later than the Tang dynasty. That's the only one I really know. Herat became the center of arts for the Islamic world. Now, the Islamic world was not only in the Middle East. It went into North Africa, for example, and the people in North Africa today are Muslim or Islamic. Most of the Middle East is Islamic, and even into India and Mongala, Bangladesh. That's also Muslim. So a very large area of the world for a period of time became part of the Islamic culture.
所以呢，接下来这句讲到说呢，在这个12世纪的时候，那么赫拉特这个地方，它也成为了伊斯兰世界的艺术中心所以刚刚呢，布鲁斯老师也提到了大概整个伊斯兰文化的一个范围，然后呢，相当的广大。那么，但是在这里来讲的话，所以能够成为伊斯兰世界的艺术中心，那是相当的了不得的。
Today, visitors can enjoy the city's natural beauty. It is on a river, and the land around it is really still very beautiful, as well as amazing mosques. Now, this word is used to describe Islamic churches. We would say Christians would say a church. Here we say temple. In Taiwan, we would say temple, or Japan. But in the Islamic world, they use the word mosque, and it's the same thing. It's a house of worship, also temples that were built long ago. That's 800-900 years ago.
所以接下来讲到，而到了现在呢，那么这个观光客们、游客们呢，visitors， 他们呢就可以呢去这个来好好的享受这个城市它自然的美景 ，as well as 以及什么呢？后面那个东西就是呢令人赞叹的 mosques， 刚刚讲到的就是清真寺以及呢那个很久以前所建造的一些历史久远的神殿 temples。所以呢，这些都可以在这个地方被欣赏到。
Okay, phew, let's take a break. Okay, we'll finish our final paragraph for today, day 2 of our story about Fatima of Afghanistan. By hiring Fatima, if you hire someone, you want them to work for your company.Foreign tourists are helping improve the lives of the Afghan people. Everybody loves to have tourists because they spend money and they usually have a good time and want to come back or tell their friends or family members, oh, you've got to go to Afghanistan. No, it's okay. It's not all war-torn. There's some beautiful places to see. And you can enjoy how the Afghan people live their lives.
所以呢，接下来讲到说呢，借由这个雇用 Fatima 呢，那其实外国的观光客们正在帮助着改善阿富汗人的生活。
The company, that would be the tour agency Fatima works for or works at, encourages guests, that is the travelers, to buy from local businesses.What happens too, I've seen this many, many times because I have traveled a lot. At the airport, people decide to buy some things that they see so they can give them to friends or family members when they go back home, instead of buying them when they are outside in the real countryside, made by people rather than by machines.
所以呢，接下来讲到说这家公司，也就是我们刚刚前面Day1 讲到的 travel agency 那个旅行社Fatima works for 所以就是 Fatima 她所工作的这家公司呢，她 encourages guests， 她鼓励的这些观光客们呢，要买东西是 from local businesses， 就是从这个当地的这个商人、当地的店家来买东西那么呢，为什么后面会讲？但是刚刚布鲁斯老师有提到说，确实有很多观光客他们很奇怪，是跑到机场去买那些纪念品，而没有从当地的店家去买。
Yeah, instead of buying from the people who actually make it, they buy it from companies who buy it, but they may buy it at a lower price. It's more fun to buy your own things or watch people make things and then you buy it.
好，所以呢，确实就是这样子的方式就符合了句子里所讲的 So their money benefits the traders in the area 就是他们的钱就可以，这些观光客的钱就可以直接的帮助到这些当地的店家了。
These funds, the money, can later be used after the trader makes something and sells it to a foreign tourist. That money that he earns can be used for education, to educate his children, or health care, to improve the health of the family or friends.
所以呢，再来讲到说，那么这些钱这里的 funds 呢，指的就是钱，这些款项呢，就可以在这个之后呢，日后用来呢，去帮助在这个教育还有医疗保健的这些项目上面。
Although Fatima may be the first female tour guide in her country, and we have said this yesterday and today, she's the first woman to be a travel agent in her country. She hopes that she won't be the last. She's having so much fun and benefit from her working in this company, but maybe she will encourage other women to do what they really want to do in their lives.
没错，所以呢，这里讲到，虽然 Fatima 呢，她也许是这个 他们的国家的第一个女性的导游，但是她当然希望呢，她不会是最后一位，也就是还会有其他的女性呢，成为 independent woman， 然后呢，能够找到自己想要的 career choice。
Right. Okay, we're going to take a very short break, and then we'll be back with the conclusion of the 2-day program. Okay, we're going to review what I think is a very important word. I know it's very important for most people. We were talking about money. In the last paragraph, we taught you the word funds, and the idea is the money you earn, these are funds or money, but for a trader or a businessman, he will make or buy something, and any money that he earns more than the cost of the thing or service that he provides, we call profit. It's a good word to learn. P-R-O-F-I-T. P-R-O-F-I-T. It can be used as a noun. He made a profit of $20 on the sale, or she profited by her education in high school. So she gained something from it. Gain would be a word that has a very similar meaning. G-A-I-N.
所以呢，这里的话，布鲁斯老师帮我们补充了这个字 profit， 它既可以当名词，也可以当动词哦。那指的就是获利啊。所以刚刚才会提到说，像有一些店家，他们的赚的钱扣掉了他们的 cost， 他们的成本之后的那个多余的多出来的部分，就是它的 profit 啊。那既可以当名词，也可以当动词。
Right. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. We hope you've enjoyed both days with us. Until the next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
第44页人文风采，法蒂玛阿富汗女性的开路前锋。
The life of Fatima. Many of Fatima's friends and family members weren't pleased with her career choice. Only 19% of women in Afghanistan work outside their homes. Her family worried that working as a tour guide was too dangerous. Fatima admits that people have called her names and even thrown rocks at her for being an independent woman. Still, Fatima refuses to quit. She used the money that she earned to enter Herat University. One of Fatima's favorite cities to show tourists is Herat. It is located near old trading paths, and it was once a melting pot for ancient cultures that were coming together. In the 12th century, Herat became the center of arts for the Islamic world. Today, visitors can enjoy the city's natural beauty, as well as amazing mosques and temples that were built long ago. By hiring Fatima, foreign tourists are helping improve the lives of the Afghan people. The company Fatima works for encourages guests to buy from local businesses, so their money benefits the traders in the area. These funds can later be used for education and health care. Although Fatima may be the first female tour guide in her country, she hopes that she won't be the last.